Hey, it's James. Today is Wednesday. We did not have school on Monday because it was MLK Day. And then yesterday, school was canceled because it was an ice day, which it did ice up. When I went out, my car was covered in ice. And then today we had a 2-hour delay. So I'm actually on my way to school right now because it is 10 o'clock and school starts at 11. I have everything that I need, so I will be good once I get to campus. So I'm gonna head to school right now. I'm back. I have about 5 more minutes before fourth period begins, and I am actually going to talk about, perhaps maybe tomorrow towards the end of the week or some other vlog, how I am structuring my course this semester just based on my reflection over the fall semester and things that I can do to help the students. Because one of the things that I realized is that while students are in high school, they may not necessarily have the skills that they need to help them be successful. So what I mean by that is, you know, I have years of experience, K through 12, getting my bachelor's degree, getting my master's degree, even last year taking courses just for my own personal learning. But I have those skills, the study skills, the skills to be organized to help me be successful. And then I'm also just good with, you know, handling multiple different things that I need to do throughout my day or meeting deadlines. Whereas my students are learning how to do that. And so to help them be a little bit more successful, one of the things that I'm going to try to do is give them like a weekly schedule or even a bi-weekly schedule. Like, hey, this is everything that we're doing for this time period. These are all the due dates, and then give them a little bit more frequent reminders. So we'll see how that goes. But with that said, I'm going to end here so that way I can get ready for next period. Tutoring has ended. It's 5:36. I'm gonna get ready to go home. However, I made a mistake because school was canceled on Tuesday. For some reason, I just thought that my class today, we were gonna do what my 8A classes did yesterday, but I was wrong. So I had to pick up where we left off on Thursday. So my B-Day classes are 2 days behind. So I started 6th period and, you know, I gave them a warm up that my 8A classes did yesterday. And they started going through parts of it, which I had taught last Thursday, but then they were asking me questions about the other problems on the warm up. And I looked at them and was like, I taught this to you guys. They're like, no, you didn't. And then the rest of the class was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, what? And then I realized that, nope, I didn't cover stuff that I had covered yesterday with them. So I had to scrap what I was gonna do today and then pull out my notes from on Thursday, because we were almost done, but we didn't finish. And it was some stuff that they were learning that was new, and I was teaching them an alternative way to go about solving some of these problems. So I won't see my B-Day classes until next Tuesday, so they'll have to catch back up. With that said, I'm gonna go home because it is late. I had 5 students come for tutoring. And it's such a good thing because my students are coming more and more now for tutoring after school, or I had some students in here during lunch or in the morning. So with that said, I'm going to head home and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Yes.
In the homework where it was that thing, were you supposed to put the end?
No, I went back and gave you points for that because I checked and I saw that you did that, but they were all correct. So if you go back and check your grade, it's higher than what it told you. TGIF, it is Friday. I actually have about 2 minutes before my planning period ends and fourth period begins. Not too much. Today is actually a really weird day. So it's an A-day. I had a first and second period, but many of my students were absent because they either were on a field trip or they were playing soccer, so they had a game. And so my first period was half empty, and then my second period, most of the students in second period were there. So what I did is we had a warm up. One of the warm up questions I really liked because it was a question where I said, hey, one of your classmates submitted this homework response answer in 4 more sentences explain what is wrong. So many of the students were, as I walked around, they were getting into it like, he did this wrong, even though I didn't assign a pronoun to, it just said the student submitted this work. Like, he's doing this wrong, she did this wrong. And then what I did is I had them take a picture of, because they did it in their notebook, take a picture and they submitted it through the Canvas site. Because number one, part of their homework, they have to take a picture and they have to upload it. So I wanted, in case they hadn't done that part yet, I wanted to help them understand how to do that and show them where to access that on their Chromebooks. After that, it just was a little bit differentiated. I had some students who needed to make up a quiz, so I sent them to the back. I had some students up in the front I was helping. Other students, I allowed them to start, and they had maybe 10 or 15 minutes to work on the work in class, and then we did an exit ticket. With that said, I'm going to end because I have 30 seconds before class starts. So I'm going to end. I'm not going to vlog after school today because I have some students coming in, and it's Friday, so I don't want to stay here too long, so I will chat with you all next week. Well, that's it. If there's anything about this video that you like, then make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and or share the video. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe so that way you can bond with James. And if you're interested in some of my other clips, you can do so by clicking on any of the links right here. As always, thanks for watching.